My name is Jermoh Kamara, and my current occupation is that I teach applications of behavior and social factors in public health at Clark University. Behavior and social factors looks at public health theories that are used to basically gauge behaviors and to change behaviors. Those same theories are also used to help plan, evaluate, and monitor programs. You can also use it for research. So you can take one theory, like for example, an individual level theory like the health belief model, and use it to gauge a program, design a health program, understanding why people might be resistant to, let's say, a health message, or resistant to taking initiative when it comes to their own health, looking at their barriers, cues to action, their own self-efficacy, their perceived severity, perceived susceptibility. So all of that things that might prevent someone from not obtaining healthcare or health information. I earned my master's in public health last year, 2018 May, and I followed the school committee even when I was in grad school. I worked a little bit in Liberia before I came back to Worcester. I was involved with the sex ed, because as a public health person, I was trying to understand where I can find opportunities here in Worcester for me to know more when it comes to what's going on in Worcester. And I learned that Worcester didn't have a health education curriculum, and that's my area, you know. So I joined the task force, Planned Parenthood, and they held their meetings, and I met some folks from the health department, Maddie Castillo, other folks who are currently running. I've known Gary Rosen and Tony even before I ran. They supported my work that I do in Liberia. So I said to myself, I'm a great candidate. You know, I also love policy and love public service, but what I've been doing previously kind of just tied into everything. And so when I realized that the school committee race was, starting on this year, I told my parents about it, and I realized I understood all the things that comes with it, and I put my hat in the race. Suspension rates of students, truancy. The school committee and need to look at all of this as a public health situation, as a public health, using a public health lens. So for me, I think we need to look at the burden, why students are not coming to school on time. The homeless population rate in our public school ranks 5th among all US cities for having the highest homeless population, and that's huge. How can we reach these students, and how can we help them? Because some of them might be in the population of the students who are not maybe coming to school or having the means of getting the quality education that we all talk about. We also have to look at, programs to help kids to do internships or even like a career day. At Worcester State University, we didn't have the math students with program. At UMass, I was in the health science program. When I was in high school, we need to do it earlier. We need to maybe start middle school, and I'm so happy that East Middle is working on a program to start gauging students as early as middle school. We need to add a project-based notion to that. We need to add something that kids can use and say, when I graduate from high school, even if I don't go to a vocation school, but if I'm graduating from the regular public schools, that I have skills. We need to have students knowing what they're involved with, right? And how that opportunity can get them to the next steps. So I came here when I was 11 years old. I had to find the information for my own education by myself. I come from an immigrant family that represents so many of our students in our public school. I represent so many students in our public school. Whatever situation they've been through, count on it, I've been through it. I did not give up. I believe whatever it takes. So whatever it took me to do in high school, I did that. And I'm here today. Nothing is impossible, right? I believe that whatever it is that I need to do to fight for our kids is what I'm going to do. Put in the voice of our students, our parents, our community first. And knowing that my voice represents all of our students, I'm asking all of our parents to come out and vote. We should not make the mistake to say, oh, someone else is going to vote. Well, this is our time to come out and vote. This is our time to come out and vote. So vote Kamara, because having graduated from our public schools, having graduated from graduate school, undergrad school, traveling the world, working in other developing countries, understanding some strategies that they've used, I have a wealth of information. Remember, I was told that I didn't belong in the classroom. I sat down in the class, nobody called on me, but I did not let that hold me behind. I pursued my education, and that got me to where I am, so I'm a fighter. Go to my website. My first name is Jermoh. My last name is Kamara.com. I'm also on Facebook. You can type my first and last name. You see my personal campaign page there. I'm also on Instagram at Jermoh4, the number 4, WPS. My number, you can find all my information online, and you can contact me. And one thing, remember, nothing is impossible.